clicked on this video, you feel exactly how I did. You feel lost, empty, and lifeless. Now, before I tell you the 5 major things that have helped me overcome those feelings, I first want to tell you my story. This takes place about a year ago. I was living with a family member at the time, but unfortunately, due to the family circumstances, I was kicked out and had nowhere to go. I was fortunate enough to have a brother that was okay with me staying with him. So I moved into his apartment, and here we are. And when I first moved in, my brother was kind enough to give me a job at his place. However, I hated it, and not only did I hate it, I would start coming to work late because I disliked it so much. Of course, there's other reasons behind that, which I'm gonna talk about further in this video, but eventually I lost that job. And the one condition that my brother gave me was that I would pay rent to him. And unfortunately, due to my job loss, I did not have the money to do that. I did not have the money to buy groceries or food at all. It was a total hopeless situation for me, something I want to share with you before proceeding in this video. So now that you know my story, I want to tell you 5 things that you should be doing that helped me personally. And like I said, I was already in a very bad situation, so doing all these things just made it that much worse. So the first thing that helped me being less empty and lifeless inside was cutting out the fast dopamine activities I used to be doing, such as porn, video games, and eating unhealthy food. When you do all these things together, it gives you a quick dopamine burst, but your dopamine slowly drops very fast afterward. There's a podcast called the Andrew Huberman podcast. He's a Stanford professor, and he talks about this. When you do these quick dopamine activities, it goes above your baseline, but shortly drops afterwards. But not only does it drop, your baseline decreases as an effect of it jumping so high, then dropping so low. And this can make depression or any situation you're in just that much worse. So what should we be doing? And that leads me to the second thing, building good habits that I should have been doing. And of course, this is all gonna take time. And I would say building new habits and replacing the old ones will fix those bad habits. So you can't just cut out porn and video games and all that. You gotta build new ones that distract yourself from the bad habits. Because if you just try to focus on the bad habits first, you're just gonna end up going back to them because you don't have new habits that you can do instead. So what needs to happen first is building new habits, then destroying the bad habits with these new habits that you're currently doing. And one of these good habits for me is posting these videos. And this is what helps me get distracted. And even doing things like going to the gym and going on walks and going in nature and hanging out with friends. These things kind of distract me from indulging in those bad habits I was doing before. And being fit in my life is important, so going to the gym every day was a huge benefit to me. So that leads me to my third point, keeping your body in good health. Keeping your body good health means taking showers every day, making sure you smell good every day, making sure you look good every day. Because at the end of the day, if you look good and you like how you are, it's gonna make you feel better about yourself and clear that empty feeling you have inside of you. Because ultimately, if you never fix your internal health, you're just gonna end up going back to those bad habits once again and not even building new ones because you feel like you aren't capable to do anything. And ultimately, if you feel that way, all you're gonna be doing is sitting in your bed and not having the energy to get up and do anything with anyone. So that leads me to my 4th point, is that you should be going out and making time for your friends and family to cure that loneliness, because ultimately we like to isolate ourselves into our own little bubble, and when that happens, we ignore time that should be spent on our family and friends, and as a result, it makes us more lonely. It feels like we have no one to go to, and if you're in a tough situation right now, only gonna make that feeling worse because we cut them all out of our lives, and that is not something we want to be doing. People are important in this world, and friends are important in this world. You can't do everything alone. And sometimes you need someone to talk to about some of your problems, or not even just talk to just have them nearby, and their presence alone is enough to help you get through something. Me personally, I never talk about my problem. I'm unable to, but that's okay because I have people in my life that understand that and are always there to cheer me back up and get me into a positive mood right away. And so I'm very grateful for these people in my life. But even with these people, I need a direction to go in my life so I can accomplish something. And that finally leads me to my 5th point in this video. That's finding a purpose. Finding a purpose is key for many reasons. If you get into a boat and just swim into the middle of the ocean with no direction, no map, eventually not only will you end up lost, you will end up in a storm. And this storm may last for a very long time, and you don't even know if you're gonna make it back to shore safely. That's how it feels to have no purpose in your life where you don't know where you're going. Now imagine if you had a compass and you did that same exact thing. You might not know exactly where you're going or where you're gonna end up, but you know the way back to shore or to make it to the other side where you know you should be going. And that's why purpose is so important. And for me, that was doing video editing, recording these videos. Going to the gym was one of them. I wanted to have a good physique. I wanted to look good. I wanted to feel good. It was all these things that helped me find purpose in my life. No matter even if things went sideways, I would know that I'm still headed in a direction where eventually it might work out. And I'm still unsure if some of these things might work out, but at the end of the day, I enjoy doing them and I know the direction I'm headed in. And that's all that matters. I set goals for myself where I want to improve, and I do see improvement. And when I see improvement, that brings a sense of joy to my life. Now for you, it might be as simple as wanting to spend more time with your family, or wanting to make new friends, or simple things as that. It may not be as large as mine. It may not be to start a successful YouTube channel, but it might be something totally different. It might be acting for you. It might be filming for you. It might be being a scientist, discovering a cure for cancer. All these things can also bring a sense of purpose in your life. I really hope this video can help you lead you somewhere, or at least in the direction you should be going, or you would be better off going into. If I can help someone in this video, then I've done my job, and that makes me feel good. And we also have to understand that we're all going through things. We're all people going through life together. And sometimes it's completely okay to feel lost. It's okay to be in the worst moment of your life, because that happens to everyone. Everyone has extreme downs in their life that sometimes it takes a lot to climb out of. I've had more than a few of my own, and I'm sure you have too. So all we can do is make that feeling better. If we get worse and we don't help ourselves, then who will? No one is gonna live our life for us. We have to be the ones to help ourselves out first, and then other people will recognize that and start to help you too. And if you like content like this, check out my other videos where I also talk about life, and all this content is unscripted. I'm not reading off a document or anything like that. I'm speaking from my own experience and heart. These tips I gave you was just something that I did. I don't have to make anything up like most YouTubers do. I don't have a script that I'm reading from. So everything is genuine. And I just want to leave you with something, that things do get better. You just have to try. But that's all I want to say. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope this video helped. Take care.